mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're gonna shoot over and pick up old Waylon wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. In the last episode, we heard old Waylon say, I think the next move is to go get that other nose out there and bring it in here and start tearing it apart. Putting this thing on a weight loss program. Okay, some of you guys, two of you guys at least, said that I should leave that bow in the running boards. It just adds character. Ah, come on, guys. And there were some pretty good suggestions. I got a kick out of a couple of the ideas about how to address this issue. The bow in the running board there needs to be flattened out. And one of them was kind of like a Rube Goldberg machine. I told, I said, you think like I do. Because I hadn't come up with a simple solution, but two or three guys did. 2 or 3 so far. And it was to pick this thing up and use the arms of the lift. Now what I've done this morning is picked it up to capacity with the airbags, high as it'll go, And then I got under there and put some, well, on the front I had to put a block on the pad because it screwed out as far as it was, but look at the clearance I got there. So now, as the suggestion went, is to put a piece of flat metal on top of that and then start drawing it down to the arm on the lift. And I think that's probably going to work. I don't know if I'm going to get to that today. And yeah, it's sitting on a couple of blocks on the front, but I'm not going to be picking it up and crawling under it. And it's not going to fall off the lift. So I'll pick it up high enough to work on it. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now because I'm in the middle of another can of worms right now. I don't know if you could hear in the video. I may have had some racket going on in the background, but I put this on a weight loss program here. All that metal took about 80 pounds out of that thing, and this is all I need. But now I have to cut this right here, separate it. It's pinch welded, and I've got to cut it at that line because that's what I did here. Yeah, it was attached pretty good. But anyway, I think that's the next step, and then that's going to kind of tell me what kind of room I got. And I know it's not much, but it just wasn't enough for a conventional radiator. But I think I'll be able to fit something in there. So I think I'll go ahead and get this thing prepped. And then we can start fitting it up, guys. It's going to look different with that nose on there and this cap on here. I'm going to keep this cap. I'm just going to clean it up. It's all right. I want to keep it because it's got a bullet hole in it, and I just went in there and it came out there, and I just kind of like that. So although that would be nice, but we're building a rat rod here. My friend, cousin Bob Coates down in, where's he at? Mississippi, I think, says, "Who cares? It's a rat rod." I knew I was going to do that. I hit my thumb. I'll get the grinder and clean that edge up a little bit. Just taking those jagged edges off because that might save me some heartache down the road, ripping my hands apart and whatnot. Something will fit in there. One of the best suggestions on the comments was a Kubota tractor, a little tractor radiator, because the inlet outlet on those ATV radiators is only about 1/2 inch, and I need 3/4 at least. A Subaru radiator is 1 inch. That's ideal. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can smash that thing a little. I don't know why I did it that way. How much lard does it take? I got quite a bit. That was a bit much. Oh, there we go. Oh, I remember. Any idea how tight this thing fits? I had to cut the frame horns off of this thing. I have to notch out for the power steering. Get this way so you can see what I'm talking about. When I go on there, yeah, I gotta cut a notch out right there. That ain't no big deal. You Kevin over here, look at it. Hello. Looks like I did quite a lot of clearancing in here. So I will replicate that. Set them up here together. Measure it out, cut it out, and bingo. I'll measure out what I've cut out of there, and yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it, okay? Young two. Ooh, I'm liking that. Ooh, we're getting pretty close. We got little adjustment to do. Little bits here and there, but we're coming along. See, I gotta get inside of this bracket here. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. I think I got to clearance some on this side too. I didn't notice that or look at it. I should have. Okay. All right. See a little bit more over here. It's got to come out. I don't know why. But it does. Okay. I think this one's okay. Just need to bend this in a little here, and it'll slip past this little bracket. I got some little brackets in here, little angle or square tubing, 1x2 that my copper lays on, copper and mesh lays on, and it just keeps it at the right level. It makes it flush with this, but that's perfect right there. I got a little bit of clearance. That's what I want. Okay, gotta bring that up a little. This side's fine. I don't need to cut anything out of this side, I don't think. Oh yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Boy, it's so close. If I do, it's very little. Thing about metal, if you cut too much out, you can add it back, you know. Can't do that with fingers and toes and stuff that you get beat up and cut off doing this stuff. Wow. Wow. That is awesome right there. That's wonderful. got to make a little minor adjustment. This side of this lip here is dipped in a little. I got to level that up so it's level like this one. Boy, on this side, man, I got a good fit all the way around. I'm sure somebody in the comments talking about me whining about the wiring. I tell you what, I sure like banging on metal a lot more than I like wiring. I can't help it. Sorry, guys. Just how I roll. Yeah, we are getting so close. Gonna pull this up. I think I'm gonna go lay it upside down on the table. Beat on it a little bit. See what happens. Looks pretty level. Fits up now. Still not quite there. Oh, now she's coming around. Let's go up just a hair. Get something on this side. That's probably as good as it ever was. Just for giggles. Just for giggles. Oh my. Would you look at that?
You know, when I see a car like this, first thing I do is I say, would you look at this?
I'm gonna power steering hose right in my way. I'm gonna have to tweak that a little bit. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, would you look at this?
Boy, that changes everything, don't it? Yeah, that's not bad. It needs to go down just a hair right there, but again, and come up just a hair here, but once again, we're not talking SEMA. That's not too bad. Get that all polished up. When everything's just right, when that's pulled in at the bottom just right and everything, it lines up with the cowl up there. That's some major progress. Let's set it down and see how much room we got for a radiator of some kind in there. It ain't much, I guarantee you. You can see how it's pretty tight in there. Let me get my measuring stick. We got 3 inches right there. Only about 2 right there. But I could trim some of a little bit of this off. I don't want, actually, you know, I would take the backside of those fins off instead of, I really don't want to trim on that. I really don't. But I can move this pipe to the inside, down there, and come out here and go around my belt and down to that. I can put that at such an angle that that will work. And that gives me quite a bit of room, I believe, for a tractor radiator. And I think that's maybe the route I'm going to go. We can work with this. I think we can work with this. Look at that. That's level, man. I took that right-hand corner down too far, or up too far. I got to drop that down a little. But I know how to do that. I got a big hammer, and I'm not afraid to use it. Yeah. We're getting there. Okay, look at that running board. Wow. Look how high that is. Wow, that is just ridiculous. I wish I hadn't picked the front up so much. I think I'm going to lower it down and take those blocks out that I put under there, because if that's down about 2 inches, I think that's going to tell me more where I need to go. Yeah, let's do that. I figured out, I went to a lot of trouble. I took out those blocks on the front, and then it was right down on the arm again, or, you know, I had 1 inch of clearance, but I figured out instead of lowering the front, what I needed to do was raise the back. Now look at that. Look at that clearance. Yeah, boy, I can do some damage now. Yeah. And thank you guys for this suggestion. There was either two or three comments that made this suggestion. So I don't know. Let's. It's not going to be perfect, but I think I can get some of that bow out of it. I need to go find a piece of metal that will stretch probably about 3 feet long, maybe. At least stretch out about as long as the cab. I'll go see what I got. Well, I may not have to go out and dig around in the snow and the cold. Look what I had laying just outside the back door. Wish I had a piece a little bit longer, because I need to reach the other arm and clamp that in front. I don't need to pull it down in front, but I need to stabilize it in front so I can bring this down here. But I think that's going to be pretty good right there. That's where most of the bow is, right there, because this is where that, you can see, this is where that arm naturally hits. I don't know if this one can open its mouth far enough. Oh, no. Well, I don't know if it'll work or not, but I just remembered something else that I have. I forgot I had these. The only problem is not a lot of throw on them, but if I can bring it down a bite at a time, it might work. Boy, I tell you, you guys are genius. You know that? I hadn't thought about this. I was thinking about weird stuff like the bucket on the tractor and the down pressure, and I'd have probably banged into the cab or something. And, you know, when it comes to building these rat rods, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know anything about building or anything. But what I do have is I have a whole lot of want to, and I ain't got no quit in me. And with that combination, I built 3 rat rods by trial and error and a lot of error. That's okay. Ain't it, Josh? It's okay, huh, buddy? Well, that is coming down. These cheap little Harbor Freight clamps, you know, I could put something on there and twist it some more. make a, you know, put a cheater pipe on it, but I don't know about these. I'm afraid they'll bust or something. Might hit me in the eye. Let me back off and gander at that. Well, it's better than it was, isn't it? Let's see if that springs up any when I loosen it. Yeah, it's going to. I can tell. Yeah. Coming right back up. Let's see if I gained anything. Let me back it all the way off. Thing's kind of creaking and groaning under there, so it maybe I'll gain a little bit. Well, that's all I got. I wonder if I gained anything. It looks pretty good. Hold what you got. Got a bow right here. It needs to come down right here. Yeah, we still got some bow in her. But boy, it took a lot out. Right here, you can see it right here. It ain't bad though. Yeah, if I sandwich it with 2 straps of metal, and then that's what the guy suggested in the comment. And I hope you're watching, man, because you were right, and thank you so much, all you guys, for your suggestions. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. It's way better. Overall, still got just a tiny bit right here, but you know, I'm not gonna obsess about that right now. I might obsess about that later on, but I got other things I can obsess about. Like going to the other side and finishing that up, but you don't need to see that because you've already seen this, so I won't bore you with it. So I think that's going to be pretty good. I think my next move is to plumb this thing for water. I'm not going to worry about that auxiliary radiator right now. Let me get this thing down here. Let's talk about this for a second. All right, this side is not nearly as bad. I've just got to pull it down right about there. Maybe a little bit here. And I don't know why it's not as bad, but I guess I had the arm set better on this side. Anyway, I think my next move is going to be, I think I'm going to plumb this thing for water. I'm not going to worry about this auxiliary coolant cooler right now, because I want to see if what I've done already changes things for me. I'm not going to have any trouble with this thing getting too hot until probably August. When it gets 105 degrees out and climbing this mountain, that's when it's an issue. Like I said, it's never an issue sitting downtown at a stoplight when it's 100 degrees. It's fine, but it's just climbing this hill at that steep grade. So I've done two things, and I want to see if that changes anything. I've put that radiator at an angle in the back, lots of airflow around it, more airflow. I can put a scoop underneath if I need to shoot some air under it. And the other thing is putting that electric water pump on here, and that takes a lot of load off the engine. So I'm going to try those two things before I go to all the heartache of trying to figure out something else. And plus, I can go ahead and do the metal work on this thing, and it's not going to change. You know, whatever's going to fit in there will slide up from the bottom anyway. So, yeah. I think that's the next move, is to go ahead and plumb this thing for water, and then I can go ahead and get it timed and maybe start tinkering with the carburetors. So that's enough for now, I guess. Okay, just remember, fellers and fellerettes, I sure do appreciate you. Hey guys, don't forget to order your calendar for 2025. These come from a friend of mine back in Maine. Look there, there's a 63 Impala. He put a California license plate on it. He said it was a better color for contrast. I was quizzing him about that. I go, why didn't you put a Washington plate on there? Anyway, yeah, he draws all these, and they're really cool. So, what's his YouTube lead sled? Something, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up, but anyway, yeah, I'll put his email address or website or whatever it is in the description. So that would help him out a bit if you would order a calendar. I don't think they're very expensive. He sent me this one here a while back, but they're pretty cool. Got some nice drawings on them. Thank you.